Yes, this is the Ivy League astrologer, and I am filming live from my vacation. I was trying to get all the monthlies done before I left town, but it didn't happen. So here I am with a mountain background, a little change of scenery for you. Hopefully that's pleasant and peaceful, and you can feel the aspen leaves moving. Feels good to me. So yeah, let's see what's up for Vedic Scorpio for this month. So the first card out for Vedic Scorpio is the Seven of Cups in reverse. I feel like there's a situation that you thought would give you sort of huge returns that has turned out to be disappointing. This could be financially. For some people, I'm getting a university is coming up. It's a disappointment. And you're kind of putting it behind you and trying to set your eyes on what's next. For some people, this is the dissolution of a marriage or a relationship that you have worked on, but you haven't been able to see one another clearly, even though you may have been trying, but maybe you're kind of trying in the wrong way somehow. It feels like communication is blocked. And it's blocked by all these other considerations. It's like you try to communicate with each other, but it keeps getting stuck on these other kind of old hot button issues, or not necessarily old issues, but it keeps getting, there's not a direct flow of communication for some reason. And I feel like you've been trying and it hasn't been going well, you know, and you wish that there was a greater return from your efforts. But again, it just feels like, you know, you may need to reassess the way in which you're trying somehow. But I see you taking stock this month and trying and thinking about, like, really looking hard at your old patterns and trying to change them. Making plans for the future. Financial plans and emotional plans for the future. And you may not feel like you can actually activate these plans at this time. I feel like they're like you're passionate about it, and that on the heart level they're very real to you, but I feel like you're not ready to unveil them yet. And there's a sense of shame that's coming through. As well as a concern about image. About how you'll be seen if you show your whole hand, kind of. But I think that decision's going to be taken out of your hands, actually. So here's you sitting over here planning and thinking, and then I feel like you're sort of plunged into a situation that's outside of your control, where you're like, whoa! All these plans I was making just went into the ocean. I feel like God or the universe or whatever is like working to get you out of this situation faster than you were able to do it yourself. So I feel like you may find yourself face to face with someone or in a situation where you get to sort of use all this stuff you've been ruminating on and meditating on and bring it out into the light. Because I feel like you don't feel like you're ready to bring it out into the light, but you're going to be put into a situation where it's go time. You know, where it's like, okay, if you've been thinking about this, if this is what you want, if this is whatever, here's your opportunity. And you're like, what? Now? No, what? You know, so, but yeah, it's actually fruitful for you, so jump on it. Yeah. For some of you, I feel like somebody may tell you how they feel about you in a strong way. That's unexpected, and that forces a reaction from you when you had kind of been hanging out like a vampire bat, you know, waiting for your time, waiting for your turn. I feel like somebody maybe says something to you that forces you into conversation that you were not really wanting to have or ready to have. For other people, again, I feel like this is a stray sighting or something, where it's like the very person that you've been thinking about shows up. And you're like, ah, in the flesh is too much, you know, or just, it's just a little, it's just not what you had in mind. But I feel like you're going to be able to salvage that situation. I feel like you will be able to meet the needs of the moment, and that it's actually going to go better in this sort of off-the-cuff way than it would have with what you were planning. or that this is part of the universe's plan for your plan. That you didn't see the universe plotting behind your back to do this. So I feel like you're being given kind of an offer you can't refuse to, you're being, whatever you've been ruminating on and kind of tying up in your little spider web is being presented to you on a platter. You know, here it is. And you're like, I'm not fully done tying it up and looking at it from every angle and sticking my juices in to break it down and suck it through. It's only partially spun up right now. But, you know, you're being urged to move a little faster than you want to move. So that's actually going to work out well for you. Because I think you would have missed some things that you needed to see, actually, if you had done it your way, in your planned way. Because of the way because of the dangers, because of the difficulties of presenting yourself, you would have maybe waited too long and missed the opportunity, or just not seeing what you need to see because you were so focused on how to show yourself in your best light or something. So yeah, I think that's why the option's being taken out of your hands here. And I feel like you will feel uncomfortable. And you will feel like, whoa, 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 you know, just unsteady a bit. But that's actually, again, helping to get you to a better place and to a better sense of understanding and a renewal. So there's a really deep and important renewal that's at hand here. That's actually a victory for you and this other person. And I feel like you may both go away again to think about it, and it may kind of dissipate into a crowd again somehow. But I think that it's memorable for both of you. It's meaningful, and there's a continuing vibration between the two of you from this encounter that happens in August. That's important. And that will grow over time into something else entirely. So, yeah. You're being given control this month. You're more ready than you think, and you're being given control, so seize it. You know, you're being pushed into control, honestly. But once the universe, like, you know, pushes you into the situation, I feel like you'll be able to take control in a way that feels natural and is satisfying to you. And it's going to wrap this up for you in some way that is kind of perfect and kind of, you know, better than human plans, basically. So, yeah, interesting. I'm trying to see if there's any other messages floating around. Okay. And I think you're going to have time to kind of go back and think about it again. It almost feels sort of like a lightning strike, you know? Like something big happens, and then you kind of retreat to your corners in a way to think about it. And I think it changes the way you think about things, and I think it begins something brewing that is quite positive. Or that's the way it should be. So, stay light on your feet. Okay, so that's what I see, Scorpio, for August 2015. I hope that's helpful. And if you want to get in touch for a personal reading, my email address is theivyleagueastrologer@gmail.com. My link for scheduling appointments is down below. Please note that all the times on my scheduling site are in Pacific time because I am normally in California, although I am not here, not there at this moment. And what else? When you do book an appointment, all the information about payment and what information I need from you, etc., comes in the confirmation email from booking the appointment. So that's where all that stuff is. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and have a good month. Thanks. Bye.